Good morning or afternoon or evening. We are, hope you guys had a good weekend. We are going to be discussing how to compare whole numbers in two different ways today. Our objectives are to know how to compare numbers to the hundred thousands and to be able to group numbers in order from greatest to least or least to greatest. Make sure when you are doing work and you have a question, you make sure you note if it says greatest to least or least to greatest, whether or not you get them in the correct order. I will be checking and taking off if you miss whichever order you put them in. If it asks for greatest to least, make sure you put them in order from greatest to least. All right, the vocabulary you will need to know. Greater than, that's the symbol used to show numbers greater than another. Less than, that's a symbol used to show numbers less than a number. And equal, a symbol used to show numbers having the same value. Now, just as we read from left to right, when we do comparisons, we also read the numbers from left to right. So the greater than, as you can see the greater than sign, you're comparing the numbers from left to right. So the number on the left would be greater than the number on the right. The less than number is less than the number on the right. And we will have some practice during this video to do so. All right, how to compare numbers. Number one, we want to make sure that we line up the numbers. Place value. The important thing about place value is making sure that you line them up by their place value. This comes important whether you're adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and comparing numbers. So make sure that you line them up. That will help you with comparing them. You want to make sure that you compare them starting from the left at their highest placed value. So as you can see with our numbers here, 12,391, 8,971, and 13,762, we would start with comparing at the 10,000s place. Now, as you can see, 8,000 does not have anything in the 10,000s place, so we're going to start with the two numbers that do have something in the 10,000s place. So we would compare those two. All right, and if numbers are the same, as we can see with our 12,000 and 13,000, you have one, they each have 10,000, one 10,000 in the 10,000 spot. Then you would go to the next digit to the right. So you start from the left and you keep going until you can determine which one is next. So you would go to the 1,000 spot and determine which one is the higher place value. So in this case, we would determine that because 3 is greater than 2, our 13,762 is greater than 12,391. And then 8,971 would be the smallest number in this set. All right, tips. Okay, make sure you always line up your numbers using place value. Use graph paper or lined paper sideways to help you line up your numbers. That always helps if you want to, you guys have graph paper in your folders. And I always have it available to you anytime you want to take it home. And then the line paper, just turn it to the side. And index cards help keep your place. And then read the comparisons always from left to right. All right, remember, the hungry alligator always eats the larger number. Don't you always want the largest slice of your favorite food, whether it's cake, pizza, the biggest bowl of ice cream, whatever you decide is your favorite thing you would like to eat. All right, so we're going to decide, are we going to write greater than, less than, greater than, or equal to in this case? Well, let's take a look at our numbers. We're going to start from the left on both of these sides. So starting in the 10,000 spot, I've got a 5 here and a 5 here. So we're going to compare these two numbers. They're both the same, so we must go to the next number. So we have a 3 here in the 1,000 spot and a 4 here in the 1,000 spot. So which is bigger, 3 or 4? Well, I think a 4 is larger than the 3. What do you think? Do you agree? Well, if that's the case, then 54,931 must be the bigger number. So we're going to have to put the alligator facing this way, and we're then going to read it from left to right. So 53,931 is less than 54,931. Okay, and we will have plenty of practice reading these kinds of comparisons. You guys will probably be wanting to say 54,931 is greater than, but we read comparisons from left to right just as we would read a sentence in your book. Okay, so make sure you write that down in your notes. Pause and go back if you need to. All right, again, write less than, greater than, or equal to 53,931 or 4,931. Let's go and start. Let's see, we have something in the 10,000 spot here, but as you can see, we have no 10,000s here, so which is the greater number? Write that in and check your work. Of course, the alligator is going to eat the bigger number. And so how would you write this statement? 53,931 is greater than 4,931. All right, let's see the next one. We're making them bigger. 183,359. Is it greater than or less than 94,931? All right, so again, start from the left. See if we've got something in the 100,000 over here, but do we have anything in the 100,000 here? You can always use the commas as a place set. So you can say, well, I've got something in the thousands here and a thousands here. I've got something in the 10,000s here, 10,000s here, but I don't have anything in the 100,000s over here. Use your place value chart in your notes if you need to. All right, so let's check and see what you guys figured out. All right, and don't forget to write at the bottom, is that greater than or less than? Let's check. It is greater than. Very good. All right. Okay. Okay, 89,359. Is that greater than or less than 194,931? This also gives you a chance to practice reading these aloud. It is less than, so 89,359 is less than 194,931. All right, I'm going to let you finish the rest of these, and I'm going to pause so we can skip ahead to comparing these numbers in order, comparing a group of numbers. Actually, what I'm going to do is put that on a different video and post it. So if you need to take a break and come back, you can.